Welcome to Houston, Texas, and the house Bill Yeoman and Andre Ware built, home to the Houston Cougars, where the fans are ready for liftoff. A late-season top 25 matchup on hand with a couple of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bulls will get us started with the opening kickoff. Going for the return. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking for space, it's Butler. Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season, and these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired, but you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now, it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Put it right on him, sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains for the first down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the first down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. And listen, catch the football, understand fourth and short, the situation, and then go get that first down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
He'll toss it. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
And I know this defense statistically hasn't been one of the best against the pass this year, but they have had some guys banged up. They believe they've got difference makers on the back end that just need to make more plays. That DB right there is one of those guys, and he does it here on the opening drive, getting a huge interception.
From the gun, the ground game. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys, Just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. It's amazing how fluid and potent an offense can seem when you get a great pickup on 1st down, and the tight end's a terrific place to go.
Tight ends nowadays are kind of like cheat codes. I mean, they just know so much about right here. Seeing zone, know when to sit it down, boom, positive yards, nice positive play for this offense.
Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. And the Bulls get it past the sticks.
You know, this is a running back who wants the ball, and he wants the offense to run through him. Really nice job there on the 3rd down of this opening drive for his offense. I can't wait to see what kind of game this guy's going to have.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out fast. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Bulls want to crank the tempo. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, I was thinking it was 4th down territory. Does that change your mind, Reese?
Not at all. I mean, you give this defense credit for coming up with the stop, but if you want to be aggressive and get the 6, stick to your guns, run the play. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this round.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
The run from the shotgun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Going up top on first down. Steps away. Now he'll let one fly down the left side. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Pocket starts to collapse. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good coaches get their playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football some more.
Looking to throw on second down. Going for it all. And that will fall incomplete as we have played one quarter, a quarter in which they tried to wrap it up with a huge play.
South Florida, 3. Houston, 0.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. Splits the uprights. Good. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up. And here we go. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Ready to send the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
These corners going to give them some space. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Wheeler. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Quarterback empties his backfield. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's Porter. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Cougars. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What are you doing in interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his man. It's Wheeler. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And he holds it in at the 25. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Now from inside the red zone. Pulls it in. It's Porter. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
The aerial assault continues. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bulls.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Houston offense comes onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Gonna run it. It's Butler. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his target down the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Feeling some heat. Fires and picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
They'll throw it on first down. Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Oh, and the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to them, and it forced the incompletion.
Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. Looking for room. It's Wheeler. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll throw it on first down. Dances away to buy time. He's looking on the right side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Second half just about ready to start, and Houston will kick it off. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play.
And he's going to go down at the 1.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown Bulls. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
What an enormous play, the 99-yard touchdown pass. But Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going off. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you could hit pay dirt, and they just did right there, going 99 yards to the crib.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Houston offense once again. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
On second down, he's looking downfield. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Catch inside the 25. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the first half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the second half.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Calls his own number. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And now a big third down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Cougar! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Iowa is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Kinnick Stadium, but the black and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 10 over Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Off-play action on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And he hauls it in inside the 30. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets him 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
With the catch, it's Peterson. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
And that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole, hits him. Perfect job.
Tackle is made after the first down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6.
It's now second and goal.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Florida. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
27, Houston, 17.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You keep being aggressive.
They'll line up for a second down play. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On third down, going up top. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, the quarterback and his intended target just simply didn't have the timing there. The ball falls incomplete on third, now setting up fourth down.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's picked off for the third time today. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, USF. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Yeah, and how about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick it away.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room. room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Quarterback checking off. Wants to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. What a play to get it inside the red zone. They are set up at the 17.
Another first down.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got his man on the right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. At the 35, he's open. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And the fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his man. It's Winton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Caught by the receiver. Marked down at the 42. Brings up second down.
Second down coming up. Defense dropping into soft coverage. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the fourth quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive, and so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll keep it on the ground. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Of 11.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Give to the running back. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Takes the handoff. It's Wheeler. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Houston offense comes onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. That can be a momentum changer after the interception. Runs it back to the 37.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They want to just keep throwing it. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Coming after it. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game and thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let them do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop you. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Line gets set, first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Trying to find his man on first down. He's going up top here late in the game. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
He's going to let it go. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown Bulls. And the punishment has been extended. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Now the pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football.